What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 1, season 2 of the Trackside Girls podcast. We're so excited. The NASCAR season is about to start. Soon, here at the end of February, we're gonna have both IndyCar and Formula One starting. We have already had the 24 hours of Daytona with IMSA and the World Endurance Championship. So, our motorsports seasons have essentially kicked off. Um, Everybody makes the joke of like, oh, it's the week of the Super Bowl. You know what that means? Next is the Daytona 500. So that's coming up this weekend. But we got a lot to go over. Obviously, a lot has happened over the winter break. So we're just gonna touch on like a few important parts. Our first episode of this season is just gonna be kind of chill. We're gonna talk about the lead up to Daytona, kind of our too early predictions for the NASCAR season. We'll eventually do it for the other two seasons whenever they're about to start, but we're just gonna go over a few things. Gosh, literally, at least in Formula One, this winter break has been kind of, you know, the phrase "silly season." How can the season be silly when it hasn't even started yet? Like, one of the biggest headlines is Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari in 2025. That was the biggest curveball ever thrown at me. Okay, I was absolutely baffled. Like, I was literally under the impression that Lewis Hamilton would never leave Mercedes before he retired. Like, that's insane. And then you have, like, as for our NASCAR, more so with the Clash, there were so many green and white cars. I think it was green and white. Like, so many, like, how was I supposed to keep up? I don't know who's who.
I actually think it's going to be a struggle this year because a lot of them have like swapped sponsors too.
Yep.
And like the people that you're used to seeing in those cars, they're not in those cars anymore. So that was my struggle. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Don't know who's driving that car. I don't even know who sponsors this person anymore. That's gonna that was my biggest problem. That and they all had the same freaking car. They had basically they all had like the same color, but also it's everybody's sponsors. They've all like swapped with each other, so I'm like, I don't know who that is. That was a struggle.
Like,
Hardcore. I texted Molly about it. I'm like, I don't know who it. I'm like, I don't know who anybody is.
it,
This is gonna be a fun season.
yeah. So, something that is in the process of happening, over, it started the first week of February, and it's going all the way until like I think the last day is like the 17th or something. Formula One car launches. They're revealing what their cars look like, the liveries, the driver suits. AlphaTauri is no longer AlphaTauri. It is now Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. The look on Lakota's face. Even both of you. Yeah, you guys didn't know that, did you?
I mean, I saw something about it, but I guess I never paid attention to the name. I was like, oh, it's different, and I was like, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, cute.
So their initials are V carb.
That's not so
I mean, anyway, um, so along with AlphaTauri changing their name, to be honest, I half the time I still call them Toro Rosso. Um, so them changing their name isn't really gonna do much for me. Um, you also have Steak, uh, which was Alfa Romeo, which is now Steak F1, Sauber, Kicks Out, whatever. I don't know what's going on with them.
I saw that one and I was very confused. I was like, oh, okay, that's
Y-
cute.
yeah, I love their car. I love the livery, the black and green. Love it because I
That
used
it actually looks really good.
exactly like I used to rock the black and green. Like my hair was literally neon green. My hair was that car. Like literally, the only thing I am worried about, I do not like the look of the suits because even though they look good in certain photos, they are actually so washed out. So they look not very great, actually.
I guess I haven't seen the suits. I've seen the cars.
Yeah. See, and then I so I'm kind of the opposite with McLaren. Like the car, okay, cool, kind of. Eh. Actually, just kidding. Hold on. So I originally hated the suits.
I don't
Then
like their suits.
so I loved the suit on Bianca.
Yeah,
Like because just the way that it fit her and the way that like the line just fit like her body type, like it looked good on her. But when if you put it just like a straight that picture of Oscar, they did him so wrong.
it looks so bad. I
Like
looked at it and I was like, what is this? I guess I didn't see B's, but I saw Oscars, and Oscars just looks so bad.
like
It does not. It does not look good on him at all.
like here, let me show you what made me rethink my view on the McLaren suits.
Okay.
Like that.
Oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, that Lando. Mhm. Mhm.
I cannot say anything due to I do not need that my words, my thoughts as my digital footprint. um, but let's just say those pictures made me feel a little bit better about the suits because this is the picture I was talking about with Oscar.
Yeah,
There were so many memes that made him look like a carrot, even though there's no green.
but low key, I see it. It just looks really. It looks really bad. I
Yeah,
feel like if they could have done maybe a different like photo or different pose with him, it wouldn't be so bad. But Oscar's picture just looks so terrible. Lando getting in looks fine, but
like
Oscar just not cute.
um, they're having black fireproofs.
Mhm.
Um, see,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
the top looks fine. Like that looks so cute. You know, he looks so adorable. And cause I like the like green or not green. Actually, technically it does have green on it. It has monster, but like the strap, the collar, like that little black like piece of black, like it looks good, you know? Like the top of it looks fine. But like just all together the rest that does not look great.
Mm-mm.
Like yeah. Let's see. Who else? Who else is car launch? Oh, so Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. Um, they had their car launch. The car throws back to an old Red Bull scheme. As soon as I saw it, I immediately thought of Old Toro Rosso. And it is essentially a carbon copy of an old Red Bull scheme, which I'm actually here for. Like, as long as like the blue is that vibrant, like I'm so excited. And um their suits are essentially all white. Some people are making some jokes to make this say they look like a credit card. because
Well,
there's a line going down the side of the suit. But it makes sense because it's Visa Cash App.
I mean, it has to make sense if they look like a credit card. Come on now.
The Williams car, I'm actually pretty sick. Their suits, they're doing white suits as well. Um,
Yeah, might have drooled a little bit when I looked at Logan, just a little bit.
so
It was so love it.
yeah, one of my friends lives in New York City, literally lives in Manhattan, and did not go and try to hunt down F1 drivers for me. Very upset. Even though I've met Logan and Alex, but that doesn't matter. Okay? And then, actually, speaking of New York, that's where Williams had their car launch. But the week before, for a couple of days, in Abercrombie, was the literal McLaren car sitting in the middle of the store. And I found out the last day that it was there, and I was like, "Bro, I need you to go find this car." And then she's like, "The store's already closed. So they're going to be taking the car out." So, and I'm like, "I wish I knew about this sooner, or else I would have definitely 100% sent you over there." But anyway, trying to okay, Gunther Steiner's gone. Don't know where he's going. He's no longer a Haas. Penske won the 24 Hours of Daytona with Joseph Newgarden, Dane Cameron, I want to say Matt Campbell, I think was his name, and Felipe Nasser. So, as the three of us are Penske fans, and well, technically Lakota by default because Penske makes Harrison's cars. So we got a win before the NASCAR season even started.
Go team.
Our NASCAR champion got engaged to his long-term girlfriend Gianna. Let's see what else. I'm just trying to think of bigger.
Noah's officially back.
Yes, Noah Gragson is finally back in the 10.
Denny Hamlin got engaged.
Oh yeah, Denny Hamlin got engaged.
And then the multiple jokes about how Jordan Fish has a ring and he doesn't.
That joke is still.
Jordan got a ring before Denny Hamlin did.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
I love that joke is still going on. Like, at least everybody that I see on Twitter, they're like, Denny Hamlin still doesn't have a ring. But, Jordan has a ring. like, oh my gosh.
It's so funny, to be honest.
NASCAR launched their full speed on Netflix.
Yes, their Netflix series. I believe it is 5 episodes.
It is 5 episodes.
So, then, well, I'll probably re-mention this next episode. Drive to Survive is coming out on the 23rd. I think 100 Days to Indy
I don't even know
is
what...
starting back up. Like, it's been so busy. Like,
there's been so much stuff that came out.
Lando Norris extended his contract. Oscar, Oscar was already until 2025. And
Charles
then,
extended his.
yes. Like we said, Lewis moving to Ferrari. That means we don't know where Carlos Sainz is going to be going.
I feel like there's so much more.
Yeah.
But so much has happened. I don't remember half the stuff that's happened.
Like,
hey, what else?
I'm pretty sure, like, Max is surprisingly posting things that are not related to racing. Which is so out of character for him, to be honest. And then you have Lando Norris. So he posted a lot of pictures with this specific pose, and there's like lore behind this pose, and it's the pose he always did whenever he won races in the lower series, and he started doing it when he was traveling the world over Christmas break, like over winter break. And so everybody is kind of, this is the season of 2024. Like, just saying. I am manifesting, okay? I am 100% a Max Verstappen girly, through and through. But I'm also a Lando Norris girly. So, obviously, I'm very sad that Lando has not gotten his first win. But I'm not that sad because Max Verstappen's over here winning every race. So, it's the best of both worlds. But there's just so much. Like, F1 Academy has like, they've revealed some of the liveries of the different teams, because a lot of the drivers in F1 Academy are backed by the F1 teams, like Bio with McLaren. There's, oh gosh, I can't remember her name. But there's one for Aston Martin. Yeah, so there's just so much. Like, gosh, I'm just trying to think of, like,
oh, Cole and his wife are having a baby.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that. Gosh, I'm trying to.
I know, and we didn't post in like Discord, Instagram, or Twitter, so now I'm like, I forgot any information that there ever was.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of, like, the stuff off the top of my head.
Frankie Muniz is going to Xfinity.
Oh yeah, Frankie's in Xfinity.
What? What seat
Yeah,
did he
Frankie.
get?
Yeah.
He's going to be driving the 35 car, if the Ford.
Yeah, they just posted it.
Right? Is that Emerling Gaze? Or is that Sam Hunt?
Isn't it Sam Hunt? I thought the 35 car was.
I thought the only thing is I thought Sam Hunt was Toyota. Or no,
I
yes,
thought
yes. Sam Hunt's Toyota. It's I think it's Emerlin Gaze that's Ford.
I thought it was Sam Hunt. Yeah, they just announced that Frankie is going to Xfinity.
Yo,
That
I've
makes me so happy.
I've actually met Frankie like twice now, 3 times.
Dude, it's so weird. I remember watching him in Malcolm in the Middle.
Me too. Me too. That's like
Like
that
that's
literally
it.
threw me for a loop whenever I
That's
first
insane
saw
to me
him.
because I'm like I literally remember watching him when he was a child,
Yeah.
as I was a child. Like it's so crazy.
But Zane's gonna be running some of the truck races.
Oh yeah, Zane's running part kind of truck.
Let's see. We have SVG.
He's gonna be
Is running. I think he's just running pretty much any series of the races. Like I don't know. He doesn't have a specific schedule. I don't think that they've announced. Apparently because of him, Trackhouse is in talks with trying to get Red Bull into NASCAR. Back into NASCAR.
Hmm.
Which as a Max Verstappen girly. See, I was talking to this guy and we were talking about like who's your favorite driver, like this, that, and the other. And I told him I'm like, yeah, I'm a Max Verstappen fan, but like I go to a lot of NASCAR races, and we had talked about how there were F1 drivers that were racing in like the 24 hours of Daytona and things like that. And I was telling him, and I was like, honestly, I'd probably be more likely to see Max Verstappen at a NASCAR race than in IMSA because of Max's like connection to NASCAR through his girlfriend's sister, who is Daniel Suarez's fiance. So listen, if Max Verstappen shows up at a NASCAR track and you guys see me on the news for tackling him, no, you don't.
So
Actually, just kidding. I probably wouldn't even tackle him. He would probably look at me, and I would probably burst into tears. That's probably how that would go.
so like me with literally every boy that I ever meet, just busting into tears. Got it. Or me last year, literally with Ty, just crying anytime I saw him in front of me. No
See,
big deal.
that's the
I've already
thing.
told Molly the goal is not to cry. But Noah's back, so I probably will end up crying. But I'm gonna try very hard to not cry. But like I know I'll cry because it's Noah, and I literally miss Noah because the last time we saw him was what? Literally Atlanta.
Atlanta. That was the last.
Atlanta was literally the last time we saw him. So I'm like, I already told Molly. I was like, I'm not gonna cry. And she was like, but Noah's back, and I'm like, you got me there. I probably will cry. I'll like immediately see him, but I'll just be like
It's
bawling. It's
like
fine. Fine.
I see. Normally, I'm not normally like starstruck, especially not by NASCAR drivers, just because I've been around them for like so much. But like,
Oh, I am.
and then I wasn't really that starstruck meeting like the Haas guys or the Williams drivers whenever down in Miami. Now Jensen Button, I was literally sitting there shaking, like about to meet him. And I'm like, my mom's standing next to me, and I like show her my hand, and I am like shaking like a leaf. And then I'm like sitting here, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to meet Jensen Button. Oh my god. Like that's, but like I would be the same way if I had like Kimi Räikkönen. Like, but that's how I'd be with Max Verstappen because Max Verstappen, in my eyes, okay, I feel like Max Verstappen is one of the least obtainable drivers. It's kind of like Lewis Hamilton, like in perspective. And I think we've talked about this before, about how F1 drivers are not very accessible. Whenever, whether you go to races or like, they have to have a literal like meet and greet or signing or things like that, to be able to catch them. And so they're not very accessible, which like hurts my heart so much, because if I don't randomly run into Max Verstappen at a NASCAR track, I probably will never in my entire life meet Max Verstappen. And that kind of makes me want to cry. Like, I've literally thought through my entire process. If I ever met Max Verstappen, I am 100% asking him for a hug. I don't care. Like, I don't care what it makes me look like. I will be asking that man for a hug. just for the sole fact. Just for the sole fact. Like, you've seen all of the pictures, like, mainly after Max's first championship, like, where he's hugging Lando, Carlos, like, just, and then even just, like, him hugging Daniel all the time. Like, it might be different because, like, he knows them, so it might just, like, look, because he's actually comfortable with hugging them, but, like, I need a Max Verstappen hug, okay? Yeah, guys, this is going on the internet. Anyway, lead up to Daytona. Technically, we had the Clash. Who won the Clash? Danny Hamlin won the Clash.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Hamlin won the Clash. Yeah, he still doesn't. Never mind. That's mean.
Dude, no, I literally had very strong opinions during the Clash that I literally was texting Molly, and I'm like, okay, well, this made me mad, this made me mad, this made me mad. Like, I couldn't even tell you. Like, I don't know what made me mad. First off, Ross ain't making no friends again this year because he literally wanted to hit everybody.
He's got that new sponsor.
Oh.
He doesn't really care.
I know. Like, I know that I literally was texting Molly, and I'm like, okay, well, this made me mad, and she was like, I can tell. Like, that, I couldn't even tell you. Like, I don't even remember what made me mad. I just know a lot of things made me mad, and I know that one of them was apparently Ross Chastain again. Because when does he not make me mad, apparently, I guess? I don't even know.
Honestly, for a while there, I genuinely thought that Ty Gibbs was gonna win the Clash. Like,
my personal opinion, I honestly feel like Ty should have won the Clash.
Like,
because he had the fastest car, but then he got screwed over, as he always does.
But that's how
I don't
goes.
think Denny Hamlin should not have won. But I mean, also the Clash is stupid.
And I think the most impressive thing is that Blaney came from dead last up to third.
Yeah.
That was pretty killer. That was the best. The funny thing is that some people are like, "Oh, Blaney's not gonna do it," and then people are like, Ryan Blaney is your 2023 champion. I think he can do it," and then he did it. So, yeah. Also, I have to say, like, props to NASCAR for literally moving the race, considering that the entire like thunderstorm like thing was coming in, and they literally just moved it.
Yeah, they said we're either going to race today or not race at all.
Yeah.
So that was kind of props to NASCAR on that part because, I mean, and I know a lot of the boys were like, that was a good call for NASCAR. So I gotta give NASCAR props for that one, that they literally moved it so they could actually race.
Yeah, like I'm not necessarily like the biggest fan of the Clash, but like cuz it's I mean, it's essentially an exhibition race. That's all it is. It's literally just for show. And
Well, that and to see how like their cars run, because like
yeah, cuz they I mean they
they're
do
they're new
yeah, they do
ish.
testing, like they do the testing at like Phoenix and whatever. But like that's not an actual race. Therefore, you can't really test it in traffic or things like that. So like I get that they just do like a throwaway race essentially at the beginning
Yeah.
of the season, and like the Clash is literally just them trying to get, because there's not a lot of races like in out west. Like you have Sonoma, Phoenix, Vegas, and that's about it. Like I think those are the only three that are west of Texas.
I think so.
And so I feel like them doing it in literally the heart of Los Angeles is just them trying to get like in NASCAR a higher audience. Um, and because NASCAR is a southeastern sport. Like, yeah, there's these races like all like up in New England, like Wisconsin area, Midwest, but like the heart and soul of it is like North Carolina, Florida, like this whole southeastern area. And they I think it has a lot to do on viewership, um, of them trying to get more of the Western audience into NASCAR. But I feel like it was a good move to do the Netflix um, the Netflix show. Like I have not seen more than half the first episode. Um, but it's kind of the same route that Formula One did. Um, in like Formula One had their show Drive to Survive, and it like drastically became more popular in the US because of the Netflix series. And now NASCAR's in that mindset like, hey, if we do this, maybe it'll work, go in the opposite direction. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe the people around the world will see what we do, and like show that we're not driving just on ovals. Like there's a lot more that goes into this. Oh, and speaking of, Lakota is with Denny Hamlin on on full speed. Unfortunately, Molly got got blocked by Denny
You can
Hamlin.
see literally you can see like part of your hat and your sunglasses and like part of your face, but like other than that, literally you
Denny
like
Hamlin blocking me.
like guys, here I am. I'm right there.
Oh my gosh, this is my picture. I was like, wait, did you
See,
take a picture?
there's Molly right there. Like
Yep.
she's part right there.
But
Molly
I
literally
know one time you can see my whole hat,
yeah.
and you'll see part of my face.
Molly literally texted me and she was like she Snapchatted me. I was like, low-key had to look at it really closely because I'm like, that looks like me, but I don't think it is. And then I was like, 100%, it's me. And then I was like, you can kind of see Molly, but Denny Hamlin's covering you. Also, I literally got on TV with somebody I really don't care about, but like, I'm living my best life. I'm famous, no big deal, guys.
I mean, we did get on TV with Bubba.
Oh, facts. Literally got on TV with Bubba. Been on TV with Noah, basically, because we made it onto Junior Motorsports' Instagram, Twitter, literally everything when he won in Kansas, when they just called it because it was literally downpouring.
Yep.
And I almost
Booked it.
slipped and fell and busted my butt open because I was trying to run the Noah.
You almost fell. I was out of breath.
You were literally yelling at me. You're like, Lakota, sign up there the phone. I'm like, I don't got time for this. Love that. I'm in episode 4. If anybody watches it, I'm in episode 4. Catch me wearing a Carson Hocevar 42 Legacy Motor Club shirt and my Harrison Burton hat. You can see me plain and clear in front.
NASCAR did do like there's 2 like brand deals or collabs. They did one with Crocs and then another one with the 47 brand. They're basically they have a whole bunch of sports teams merchandise and they make it their own. And they made a collab with NASCAR.
Oh,
A
okay.
little brand deal.
Arthur Leclerc became a Ferrari test driver. So now both him and Charles are technically driving for the same team. That's so.
Love
I saw their post together and like that was so cute.
It was super cute. I also love my little Ollie. My little Ollie.
Oliver Behrman. The pictures of Lando with his new helmet. And then his sister Flo, who does horseback riding or like equestrian stuff, they have matching designs on their helmets.
That's adorable.
Gosh, it made my heart. Oh my gosh. So Visa Cash App Racing Bulls is now partnered with Hugo Boss. Like, I don't know if you guys know what that is.
That's such an odd combination. I feel like it's really odd. The heck.
But like, you know, as much as I love Yuki, like Daniel is literally serving in this picture. Like I wish you guys could see it because my camera's frozen and I can't get it to work. But like this picture, hold on. Here, I'm gonna send it in our Instagram group chat, and I need Lakota to like zoom in that final picture, zoom in on Daniel Ricciardo and show that to these people. Like he is serving. Like look at
He looks so good.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Mans looks so fine. I'm here for it. Looks so good. So fine. Like, hello? Hello, Mr. Daniel Ricciardo. I don't know why I did an accent, but hello.
Oh my gosh. And then Ferrari posted a video of Carlos taking actually both of them. Both Carlos and Charles taking pictures of each other for the shoots. And they actually kind of slay. Wait a second.
They actually kind of slay. Oh yeah.
Obviously we got a lot of new helmet designs. Bro, Lance Stroll grew his hair out. Okay, it's about to be Daytona. Let's talk about our predictions. I feel like always the Penske drivers are good at Daytona. But you also have I feel like Daytona is also kind of a wild card race.
Daytona is definitely like a hard one to pick pick like who's gonna win because Daytona is literally wild.
You
Sometimes
don't know what's gonna happen.
sometimes it can go really good with like few accidents. Like didn't last year Daytona 500? It wasn't as bad as you thought it was it? There was like not that many big accidents, right? I don't remember last year. I'm gonna be real honest. I didn't think last year there was like.
Wait, what?
I didn't think last year there was really like very big accidents. I think they were all like small.
Wasn't it last year
Wasn't it the
that Ryan hit?
second Daytona? That wasn't it. That was the second Daytona race that Ryan Priest flipped. It wasn't the Daytona 500. I don't think last year for Daytona, I don't think there was like a big accident. I think it was like fairly like small accidents that happened. I don't know. But
I think we have one in a wild card. Like a number one pick and then a wild card.
Literally can't even do that because I don't know. Like at this very moment, nobody's in my head because I have no clue. Like I literally hate Daytona. I hate Daytona.
Okay.
I hate the Daytona 500.
I don't listen. Austin Centric. He has ran well at every Daytona race.
Honestly, if I'm gonna pick one, I'm gonna say Blaney because I feel like Blaney has been so close multiple times.
True.
He's been close multiple times to like I feel like try and win the 500. So I guess I'll say Blaney because let's be honest, ain't none of my other boys gonna win it.
And I feel like
I think I'm gonna say Blaney too because
I'm a wild card.
Who else? Are there any ones?
Already.
Are there any that have to race their way into the 500 this year? Like how last year we had Travis Pastrana.
I know Bob posted the list today.
I think isn't it you only have to win the cup? Other than that, everybody else gets to race.
I think.
So whoever's like part time, I imagine, which if that's the case, then Riley will probably have to race his way in to do Daytona 500 because he's doing it with Rick Ware because he had to do that last year. He had to race his way in to
the open cars. Bob said are the 36 is Casgarella, 60 is Reagan, 62 is Alfredo, 78 is McLeod, and 84 is Jimmy Johnson.
Did you just say Anthony?
Then
Alfredo?
I feel like those ones are gonna have to race in to actually race the 500. Yeah, he's racing the 500. Yeah.
Bro, Anthony Alfredo is gonna try to get into the 500. That's okay. That's sick.
500.
You just said those are the open cars right now.
Yeah, that means that those ones are gonna have to try and
they have to
race their way in so they can actually race the 500. I'm like there has to be some people that are trying to qualify to get in. Who's your guys' wild card?
Yeah. I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna say Noah. That was gonna come back.
As much as I would want that, I don't know. We haven't really seen him do enough, super speedways to know how good he is on them. That's the only problem with that.
I mean, he's pretty good at super speedways. Because he's won Daytona before. But that was Xfinity.
Yeah.
And the cars were different.
He's in a completely different car now. That would be,
I know.
That's my
He
only
did
concern.
lead some of the Talladega when he was in the 42 car, he led some of the Talladega before he got wrecked out.
That's true, he did.
See,
I don't know. My hope for this year is that the Fords finally got their stuff together and actually know how to run their cars. Because last year they sucked.
Well, except for Blaney.
I was about to say he won the championship.
I mean, Mr. Champion.
I mean, okay, look,
Over there.
before that,
I don't know.
like, yeah, literally,
What?
before, I think in, like, the first half of the season, it was, like, Chris Buescher had, like, more wins than the rest of the Fords combined.
Like, I'm just hoping Ford finally got it together because they were atrocious last season. Honestly, it was like Chevys and Toyotas at the front of the field at all times. And, I mean, it was, like, kind of annoying because it's like, where the heck are the Fords? Meanwhile, they're, like, literally in the middle, like, nowhere close towards the front unless, like, everybody else pitted. And then that was about, I feel like the only time they were, like, towards the front is after everybody had already pitted. And then they somehow got shuffled to the back again. So Ford better have it together this year. That's all I'm going to say. Because they were god-awful last year. I don't know. I mean, I would like Noah to win because that would be kind of cool. But I feel like, honestly, I'm going to say tie. Because, I mean, he was fast at the Clash. That rhymed. And that was kind of fun to say. He was fast at the Clash. So I'm gonna say my pick is Blaney and my wild card is Tiger.
You know what's another good wild card?
Riley Herbst.
Who?
Riley.
That.
Riley.
Yeah.
Riley's
Zero.
really super speedways.
He
Once
did
he gets in that cup
really-
car, he's really good.
He did really well at Talladega.
That
Mhm.
bro, literally, I was in tears because I'm like, oh, if Riley wins this, you best believe I'm gonna go find him in his garage and be like, dude, what the frick just happened?
We were in victory lane. We'd have seen him way before.
You know,
she kind of blocked
sometimes
out
the
that
races
entire
last year
memory.
kind of. No, here's the bad thing is last year all the races I feel like kind of blended together, and I'm like, I don't remember where I was for half of them. I should know Talladega that I was in victory lane when Cleveland, but I honestly last year's races just were like all blended together. I was like, I don't know what race I'm at apparently.
Me and you were like, okay, it's either going to be Blaney or Riley at that moment in time.
Either way, tears were falling down my eyes. I'm like, I don't know who it's gonna be. I think my favorite thing in Talladega was just the fact that everybody was screaming, "Not Kevin Harvick!" They're like, I know it's his last race, but not Kevin Harvick. We need Blaney. And I was like, meanwhile, you and I are just sobbing because we're like, it's either going to be Ryan Blaney or Riley Herbst winning this thing. So one of the two, whichever one wants to win, I guess.
Me and you were just too nervous at that moment in time.
I feel like that's the first time that I've watched somebody like cry that I actually liked that I was actually in victory lane for. What? Never mind. Ignore me. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. No, that's true. Riley is really good at super speedways. That's also a good wild card. A lot of the drivers got married. Like Zane and McCall got married.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I knew the date before everybody else. That's like kind of my low-key flex. McCall told me the date. Like, I can't remember when. Gosh,
But
it was like
I know a lot of them got married.
Anthony Alfredo, I'm pretty sure got married.
Didn't Kyle Weatherman and Megan get married? They did because I saw that. A lot of drivers either got married over the break, or they got engaged over the break. Or some of them announced that they were having babies over the break.
Yeah, Ricky Stenhouse.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Ricky announced that they announced that they were having a baby. That's true. I forgot. A lot of them either got engaged or married or announced that they're having some babies. Who else announced that they're having a baby besides Cole and Ricky? Because I feel like somebody else announced that they were having a baby.
Bro, actually, the Aston Martin livery looks so sleek.
Wallace Allen got engaged. It was Corey LaJoy and his wife.
Yeah.
They announced that they were having another baby.
What? Wait, don't they already have
Also,
two?
his kids have some killer Crocs. They're Lightning McQueen Crocs.
That's so funny.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, and then Jeremy Clements and his wife had their baby girl.
Yes, I knew about that.
Oh yeah, and Ty Dillon and his wife are having another baby. I'm like, there's so many. There's so many things.
Oh, Talladega changed their logo. Talladega Superspeedway changed their logo.
Yeah, Kansas changed their logo, and it's ugly.
I can see it.
It's so ugly. It's ugly. Yeah, Kyle Weatherman and Megan got married. That's what I thought. I was gonna say, I was like, I know there was a lot of people that announced that they were pregnant because I remember seeing them all.
Charles Leclerc, his Spotify got hacked, and somebody uploaded a song to his profile. Whenever Lewis announced that he was going to Ferrari, Charles went live on Instagram, just while just going karting, and like just kind of just oblivious to everything that was going on. I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
I got the notification that he went live on Instagram, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, cause like it's everyone. Charles, can you please acknowledge your new teammate Lewis Hamilton? Charles, no. Here's me beating this kid at karting though. I think we covered quite a bit. Like, if we forgot things, maybe they're not important.
And clearly, if we didn't cover it, it wasn't important.
Exactly. Oh, I think this happened over, before. Sorry, last minute thing. I literally have a monster sitting on my desk. This is what made me think of it. Um, Monster is now sponsoring McLaren in F1.
Right, they are. I forgot about that.
Yes, if anyone, I don't know if anyone who watches this also follows me on TikTok, but I went to NASCAR night for the Greenville Swamp Rabbits in South Carolina, and if you guys don't know, Tyler Reddick is sponsored by Monster. He is one of the NASCAR drivers. Him and Ty Gibbs, I believe, are the two. And Tyler was there, and I had to ask. We asked him Red Bull or Monster. Obviously, go watch the video if you want to see his response. But I proceed to tell him about McLaren and Monster having their partnership while he's signing things for me. So that's I was essentially, you know what? I'm gonna start using Max-plaining. Okay? You know, like how Max Verstappen's always seen, like using his hands to talk and talking a lot to people about different things, but like you never know what he's actually saying. Yeah, that's gonna be me now. Okay, I am adopting max-planning. Okay, because that's literally me. Um, because I will literally go on and on about like anything with motorsports. But anyway, but yeah, go watch the TikTok. It's kind of funny. His reaction is kind of funny. But yes, that happened over break. Um, Obviously, if you don't know, if you haven't figured it out by now, Logan Sargent is staying for another season because we talked about him earlier about the Williams car launch. Um, but uh, but yeah, okay. I think now I'm done. Okay, now I think that might be everything. So
That's it.
yes, we're starting the second season of this podcast. Second season, first episode of the Trackside Girls podcast. Alright, good night, guys. We are out of here. You're probably not watching this at night, but. But.
I'm just gonna say bye because I don't know what's happening.
Alright, okay.
Because I don't know what's
Goodbye.
happening.
Bye.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace.
Peace.